Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Join hosts Dan Melnick and Qasim Masood as they explore big ideas, limitless possibilities, and engage with visionaries, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders who dare to dream big, get inspired, motivated, and find practical tips for personal growth. Think big, dream bigger, and ignite your potential.
Welcome to the Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Today, our guest is Hifa. Hifa, how are you doing today?
Great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, Hifa, can you please let us know where you live and what you do?
I live in Edmonton, Alberta in Canada, and I am one of the owners of Corazon restaurant. So we own two locations, one in wonderful Glenora, which is west, and then we recently opened one on the south side in Keswick as well.
That's awesome. Awesome. So, Hifa, can you please let us know what are your core responsibilities? Because as a founder, you may have a lot of responsibilities. So you can let us know about the core responsibilities.
Oh my goodness, it's where do you even begin? Everything from finance to purchasing, menu creation to sometimes you have to be the dishwasher or the bartender or server. So everything end to end. I mean, when it comes to the brand itself, myself and my business partner, we do everything. So from, sourcing to costing and purchasing, training, hiring, payroll, accounting, like you name it, end to end, fully hands-on, like sleeves rolled up and involved in every piece of the business.
This is the beauty of the founders that they are handling a lot of things. And this is the game of nerves and the game of courage. Yeah, that's awesome. So let's talk about a little bit about the marketing side. So because you are handling most of the responsibilities of the company. So how you are doing the marketing? Because marketing can be online marketing, offline marketing, or maybe a mix and match. So how you are handling it?
Oh my goodness. I always say that there's layers to marketing. I mean, there's boots on the ground marketing. It's a lot about building relationships. So part of it is just it's a constant, keeping track of the network that you do have, your direct network of, friends, and making sure that you're consistently also, because we forget that it was like, oh, our friends and our family know, people that know us know what we do. They forget. So in order to be top of mind, it's like continuing that connection and fostering that relationship and making sure that they are remembering to, support your business and actually like participate in it as much as possible. And also encouraging them to extend to their network. And then there's also just the networking piece of, doing a lot of business to business and letting other businesses know how you can help them and really how they can help you too. I feel a lot of it is about that relationship build because everyone, doesn't matter what business you're in, there's a really big piece is making sure that, people understand not just what you can offer them, but like how you can really help each other. So there's a lot of conversations, a lot of business building and outreach that's done. And then there's also a ton. I mean, I feel like meta and social marketing is so critically important. Everyone's on their phones constantly. So as the marketing director, social media person, it's like you have to always be posting. You have to always be visible. You have to be communicating with everyone digitally what it is you're doing every single day, who you are, and just making sure it presents well, represents who you are. But also, again, people know what to expect when they're coming to your business 7 days a week, morning, noon, and night. So there's so many layers to it and you have to be innovative. I mean, as for marketing, it's not like you can take what I said right now and just okay, that's the script. A lot of it is just consistently seeing what other businesses are doing, reading books, reading blogs, and just also being aware of how other people are presenting their ads and being mindful. I mean, as an example, you have two locations that are in similar-ish type areas, but they are in different areas. So how we do our ads are actually different in both locations because we have different keywords and different images and different video styles and reels actually produce different engagement in them. So really taking a look at a lot of the analytics of what it is that you're actually getting from that engagement and making sure that you maximize on that. And also taking learnings from one location and applying it to the other is really important too. So it's a constant, if you go back 10 years, it was like, here's a marketing playbook. The playbook now is it's almost like it's with an erasable ink. It's like you do it and you have to consistently evolve it and you have to be innovative and you have to see what other people are doing that's capturing your attention. Is it the font? Is it the color? Is it the music? Is it the image? Is it all of those things? Is it none of those things? Like, what is it that stands out? And consistently bringing that to what you're doing. So for marketing, it's there's a lot we do. Outreach, in reach, which is like your own network, a lot of social and digital, and just making sure that you are, evolving with what is actually engaging with your network and new people that are being attracted to the business too.
Well, that's awesome. So, do you run any loyalty programs for the retainership of your customers? Because in your business, sustainability and retainership is very important.
I say that we do that much. I feel like for us, it's like for our type of business, I find a lot of it is done. Like the biggest engagement that we do get is through Meta, and it's because in the industry I'm in, owning restaurants, I feel like so much is, where do I go? What's going on? Like what's good? So just being really top of mind with that is important. I think if anything, it's just there's the advice I would give for anyone that's watching this is there are some incredible apps for content creation that are so user friendly. Like, can I say any of them? Am I allowed to?
Yeah, go ahead. No issues.
Like, a lot of people use Canva, but I mean, you look at an app like CapCut, which can absolutely make you seem like you're the most professional person just by uploading 5 photos or 2 reels. And so there's a lot of great access that you do have where you don't have to go spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month on a digital creator. And for anyone that's in business, that's the difference of paying yourself. That's the difference of, having enough supply in your restaurant. So it's just like do a little bit of homework, and as impatient as it might feel to try to learn that, the value in it is so great. And I will say this, as we used to have social media and marketing people, bringing it in-house really has you look at your brand different and who you are, because what you post, it's like you have to have integrity with it. So if you're going to post something, you're like, it has to be that version of it all the time. So I'd say when it comes to that, it's just, there's a way to bring things in-house and save a bit of costs, but also really have you dial back into what it is that you're doing too, because you are actually like the person taking those photos and presenting those assets to the public.
Makes sense. So obviously, you are segmenting your audience on the basis of location, but do you segment your audience on the basis of age or any human factor?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things I'm anyone who knows me and any of my friends or family or staff that watch this, I'm an Excel person. Like Excel is my life. And so one of the things I look at is with every single ad, I actually take a look and see what engagement we get with different age groups as an example. And so what's really interesting is, again, and it's not cookie cutter. It doesn't matter what you read out there. It's really not. And that's not what I've seen. And I've done a lot of analytics in other companies I've worked in too. And so what I look at is not just, what age group is the most interested in our restaurant. I actually look at, because which age groups are actually engaging with different types of posts and ads and verbiage. And it's insane. It's actually crazy. Like certain age groups don't have the patience to read a really long post. Yeah. So it's like, you'll actually see a different engagement when you have keywords, emojis to replace, like a sentence. And you'll have some people that don't engage with that because it's too quick and they don't want that. They want that professional. So for instance, what we found as an example is with our location that actually has an older age group as our demographic, we found doing 3 posts and one that's geared to a younger age group that's a little bit more, engaging and easy and real. And then you have a couple more that are actually a bit more mature and like more terminology, and you're explaining a little bit more, and it's actually more captivating, and the engagement skyrocketed and our results from it skyrocketed. So I feel like it's like looking at those segmented age groups, it's a lot of people are like, my target demographic is 24 to 55. It could actually be 18 to 64. But what you got to do is you got to segment your ads differently to accommodate those age gaps or age groups. Yeah.
Exactly. That's nice. Awesome. So if I'm sure you must have faced many challenges in your entrepreneurship journey, and every entrepreneur faces challenges every day. There's a new challenge, and because of these challenges, sometimes many businesses just shut down, they just burn out because there are a lot of challenges day to day. And even in your case, you have to work 7 days off.
9 days.
9 days. Yeah. So in this case, obviously, again, you must face many challenges. So can you share one challenge with us and let us know how you were able to cope up with that challenge? Because maybe this can give some encouragement to someone else as well.
Oh my goodness. Like, where do you start? There's so many challenges thrown at you, right?
You can start from
Oh my
anywhere.
God. So I'll give an example that maybe some people can relate to. So, I mean, being in Canada, every city's growing, right? Whether you're in Toronto, there's traffic. If you're in Montreal, there's traffic. Vancouver, there's traffic. In Edmonton right now, we're a little toddler going through a bit of a growth spurt. So there's construction everywhere. And so one of the biggest challenges that we're as our businesses have been facing is actually there's way less people wanting to leave their house. And this is a real thing because the traffic went from 20 minutes from, one end of the city to the next to you could be stuck on a road for 20 minutes trying to go 2 blocks. And so the big challenge that we faced was we had such an uncontrollable that was affecting our traffic. And so we were looking at it as like, what are we doing for a long time? Like, what are we doing wrong? Like, because you can't control that, right? And so our traffic went down significantly, especially in one of our locations, because there was just a really bad bottleneck of, there's 40,000 vehicles driving to that intersection. And it's now, it takes an hour to get to that intersection. And so we started to really beat ourselves up, right? And of course, anybody would, because it's such a hit on revenue. And so how we overcame that. One was we talked to quite a few other business owners, right? And there's not better advice I can give you than don't look at it as like you're doing something wrong and just try to solve the problem yourself. Talk to other people that are going through or have gone through this. So we talked to other business owners in our area that have been impacted. Also talk to business owners in other areas that had construction previously that survived it. What did you do? Like, what were your resiliency plans? Like, there are other people that have experienced an uncontrollable recession and been able to actually make it through. And so we spoke to the community. We really talked to people to see, what have other people done? And so what it did was it made us feel like, hey, you're not alone. You're not alone. Other people are experiencing this. Other people have experienced this. There's a lot of really great advice out there. And even though you won't take all of it, there's some really nice, like one of my mentors has always said, there's a golden nugget. There's always a golden nugget in a couple things that, makes you think differently. And so the way we overcame it was like, we really looked at, okay, how do we save money? So how do we make our menus more cost effective? How do we make our purchasing a lot more cohesive to profitability? You really start to look at that. And then it was hire better, hire the best staff possible, because what you deliver to every single person walking in that door matters more now than it did before. And it always matters. Guest experience is so important, but now it's critical. Now it's a critical point of like what you're delivering is so critically important. We heard that a lot. It's like from like every single person, whether it's front or back, it's like the people in the business are the ones managing the investment coming in the door and its return. And that return is a client, is that guest, is that client going to come back? And so that was a very common thing that we did here. And then the other part of it was marketing. A lot of best advice we got was don't just market to your area. Start marketing in like suburbs that are 20 minutes away from you, because if you have a really great product, you can actually attract people that are your demographic that don't live near you. So we started marketing away from us. Further, like we have a city called St. Albert and another one's Sherwood Park. We started changing our marketing radiuses from a 5, 10, 15-minute drive to those cities. And so what was great was you start talking to people, and we got a lot of staff from Sherwood Park. Like it was great. At one point, it was like 80% of our front staff were from another city, like a close city. And so what it did was it created some excitement for people in that area because they were able to know something new was here that wasn't really new, like new to them. But also it actually allowed us to tap into a new client base. So that's the advice that we got, and we saw a really great impact from it. So it was just look at your costing, increase your cost, and try to, you essentially make a dollar, save as many pennies as possible. Ensure that the people on the front line that are managing the investment of that guest and that client coming in is worth it to them, and that value is on the mark and that you're aware. Third is marketing. Be more innovative. Don't just look at your radius, expand it. There are other people that are going to be interested and they're going to invest in that. And then the other one is roll your sleeves up and get into your business. Be there. Don't just sit behind your desk. Don't just sit in a computer and just type away at things. Go and walk the talk, like get into your business. And so the more involved we got too, and the more people saw us, I feel like it connected us a lot more to the community. And rather than just being a business, we were able to build more of a community around ourselves and our businesses.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So,
Upset.
yeah. So, if in terms of success, how do you define the success of your business? Like, what will be the point when you will say, okay, now this is success for us? I strongly believe, yeah, success may change with the passage of time. Like the criteria of success may change. But yeah, so for now, how you measure your success? What will be the point when you will say, okay, yeah, this is success?
I mean, I'd say like for myself, I'd say success is that it's really very much based on reputation, right? So, I mean, obviously when you're opening a business, you're seeking financial success. And the reality is that, and I've seen this a lot, as I've been in a lot of, anyone who looks me up on LinkedIn, I've done a lot. And in order for a business to be sustainable long-term, your reputation matters. And that brand message and that brand feel is really very important. So it allows you to be sustainable and resilient long-term. And so success for us is in our reputation as a business and, how we make people feel when they leave. Because if people feel really good and utilizing that as a measure of success, you're going to get more sales. That's going to impact your profitability. You're going to attract really great staff. And so for us, the biggest and the best benchmark for success is absolutely reputation.
That makes sense. Awesome. Well, Hifa, at the end, what would be your biggest piece of advice for the ones who are starting the business, who are new to the industry, or maybe they are still planning to be an entrepreneur?
Talk to other people. Like, don't just sit there and try to figure everything out yourself. There are a lot of people that have done things really well. There are a lot of people that are doing things well because they made a lot of mistakes. And go seek advice as much as possible. Don't isolate yourself with an idea and just because you're passionate. And so there's some people that are, a lot of people, like I'll tell you myself, I will make time to talk to people. I always will, because it's like, you want to see other people successful, right? And maybe it's just part of my culture, but it's like karma is part of it. Part of what you do is like, if you do things really well, or if you've done things and they've completely fell in your face, you do not want other people to go through that. You want to see other people, like, again, it's an emotional thing. You want to see other people successful. Talk to other people before. It doesn't matter if you think you have $1 billion idea, go and talk to other people, see what they did well, get their advice, and don't just talk to people in your industry. A business is a business. The industry is secondary to it being business. If you're going into restaurants, talk to people in sales because you're selling, right? Don't just talk to people in restaurants, right? Everyone's watched Kitchen Nightmares. So, and understand your numbers, right? Again, talk to people, get their insights, talk to people that actually weren't successful too, find out why. And again, you'll be surprised how many people would be open to that. So again, my best advice to anyone doing it is don't hesitate, do it, but talk to other people. Make sure that you know your numbers inside and out. Don't just rely on a bookkeeper or an accountant because you will change them over. It always happens. Take the risk. It's worth it.
That's a beautiful advice. In fact, yeah, obviously failures and mistakes, these are exposures. These are the best experiences from where you can learn. Obviously, Hifa, thank you. At the end, our viewers would like to reach you. So can you please let us know how our viewers can reach you? You can share your website or social media handles, whatever you want to.
Sure. You can find me on LinkedIn. My name's Hifa Maleki, Hifa Maleki. Feel free to message me. I'm happy to reach back out. My email is Hifa, Hifa, at 10hospitality.ca. And again, I'm happy to provide any advice or insight for anyone. Again, want to see people successful. And the more businesses we open, the more we encourage people to go out, get out of their houses and do so.
Awesome. Well, Hifa, it was really nice talking to you. And thank you for joining us today. And I will wish you best of luck.
I appreciate the conversation. Thank you very much.
Thank
Bye,
you,
everyone.
Hifa. Bye-bye.
Take care.